Hello, my name is Ash, a counselor in training. This is my Relatable study podcast for individuals who need help studying for their NCE, CPCE, and other related counseling exams. I'm going to go through many questions from multiple resources and make the answers relatable to both you and me. So get your listening ears on and let's get studying. An empiricistic view of development would be A. Psychometric, B. Behavioristic, C. Against the use of formal statistical testing, D. A and C. The answer is B. An empiricistic view of development would be behavioristic. One of the well-known techniques that empiricists use is cognitive behavior therapy, CBT. They focus on the change in behavior to reduce any negative behaviors within an individual. If a client with psychosis divulges that he intends to kill his parents, the counselor must do which of the following? A. Have the client arrested. B. Warn the parents. C. Increase client oversight. D. Advise the client not to make threats. The answer is B. Warn the parents. The Tarasoff case is the case where we, as counselors, the Tarasoff case put in place the duty to warn because the counselor in that case failed to warn the victim and her parents that his client was going to murder them. Even though he told police, he did not tell the victim. And because of that case, we as counselors now have the duty to warn and the duty to protect. The mini mental status exam assesses a client in all of the following domains except A. Orientation, B. Attention, C. Language, D. Compulsion. The answer is D. Compulsion. The mini mental status exam covers orientation, attention, and language, but it does not cover compulsion. There are many outlines of mini mental status exams out there. I would recommend following a good guide of a mental status exam to review and to utilize in your work because those are important and should be done every session with a client. In the famous experiment by Harlow, frightened monkeys raised via cloth and wire mothers, A. showed borderline personality traits, B. surprisingly enough became quite friendly, C. demonstrated a lack of emotion, D. ran over and clung to the cloth surrogate mothers. In the famous experiment by Harlow, frightened monkeys raised via cloth and wire mothers, D. ran over and clung to the cloth surrogate mothers. The baby monkeys wanted comfort over food. The cloth mothers did not have food, but they had comfort, whereas the wire mothers had food but no comfort. Which of the following is true regarding legal standards of practice in counseling? A. Legal principles and ethical principles in counseling are easily separated. B. Ethical principles in the law each address all behaviors and practices. C. Privileged communication is a legal right of all counselors in every U.S. state. D. Sexual contract between counselors and clients is illegal in most but not all states. The answer is C. Sexual contact between counselors and clients is illegal in most but not all states. I personally would look up your state laws regarding this, as well as review the ACA Code of Ethics regarding sexual contact. I am not equipped with enough information nor knowledge regarding this issue. That is all 5 questions. Thank you for listening. I would like to address that there are some topics in these questions where I have very little knowledge on or am simply very confused by, and I am doing my own research to better equip myself and to broaden my competency. I appreciate your understanding and thank you. Keep calm and study on.